as the puppet master, having written this story, it is not enough to just silence. You're going to be quiet for a year. There has to be a why. How did this happen? You have to build the things that happen, and there has to be, oh, here's the punishment. Okay, now here's the rest of her story. Well, the rest of her story is not enough. There has to be more drama. So over here, the second high point of what happens to her is that there is a cry of witchcraft, or accusation of witchhood in the neighborhood. And Silence, our heroine, is called to testify. But she's been told by the magistrate that the church is the state. It's a theocracy in their town. That the minister is as much a government official as anything else. She has been told, God said you have to be quiet for a year. And now they're telling her, oh, actually, JK, God says now you have to testify at this witchcraft trial. So as a moral person, as a person who takes her faith seriously, she's on the horns of a dilemma. She has to, decide, who am I going to be and how am I going to honor who I'm going to be? So again, the questions of faith and following your faith and following the still small voice, that's a big part of this story. So I'm going to do a short reading, just a short reading from the beginning, and then if you have any questions, I would be delighted to entertain them. It's short, it's 2 pages, so you guys could sit through that. Even you little people, if there's little people here. You've been able to hear me? Okay. In a strange bed. My body is sore. My breast hurts when I draw a deep breath. But I'm not drowned, and I was not hung in the gallows for a common witch. Silence Marsh has landed on her feet like a cat. And like a cat, I lie quietly with eyes slit, watching motes of dust in morning sunlight. Where am I? In whose abode? It matters not, does it? Nothing matters. I have finished whatever toil has been set me, I'm certain. I fear not, as there is nothing that could wound me more than the events of the past 2 years. I had not known that I could be so damp and cold. The cosseted youngest child in my father's nest, then cherished wife of the town constable, I had always been safe and cozy, as warm as a bright hearth and a woolen garment can make one. But my week in the cell at the jail was bone-chilling. The earth floor mucky where others had pissed and shat, the straw filthy, the corners occupied by spiders, and the wooden beams overhead a highway for rats. I had crouched against the cold wall all night, my gown and petticoat stained with the mud, manure, and green slime of rotting foodstuffs. Sharp stones bruised me to the bone at my brow, shin, knuckles, and I can still feel the sharpness of a tooth that caught a direct hit, chipped at the corner. My hour in the pillory was not wasted in contemplation. The townspeople, my congregation and neighbors, vented their pent-up rages upon me, the next unfortunate fool caught in a misdeed. A sinner in the stocks, jeered at, pelted with mud and filth. What an entertainment on a Saturday! Many's the time I've paused to watch the fun on Hingham Green of an afternoon. 'Tis not so pleasant to be upon the other end of the rod, is it? I am nor adulteress, thief, nor murderer. I am no witch, unless all we women are. I am fallen from grace with my open mouth, bewailing my inmost sorrow at the loss of those most dear to me, one upon the other. Folk said I lost my reason, but I know only that my heart is shattered, and in crying it aloud, I paid the cost. The pillory, the jail cell, the lash, the other degradations, and the silence. The silence was the capstone, meant to instruct me on my path toward righteousness, and I bear it still. From my groanings, my rage, my unheard cries, I am grown hoarse and ragged. I couldn't carry a tune if an angel asked me for it. Nay, my voice is broken from weeping. a fitting manner to end this hellish year. I could speak upon it, but for the rule, the law, and the eyes that are always watching, and the ears always pitched to hear dissent. Let us go back instead to where it began, when I was but a separatist bride, firm in my faith, and knew nothing but that for my freedom. So that is the introduction.